Welcome back. Time now for our final segment of Nile Cruise. And we will be talking about strengthening cooperation between Egyptian and African youth and increasing the spirit of volunteering in Egypt and in Africa. And we have with us Iman Hadaya Salah, and she is the member of the Foreign Relations Committee at the Egyptian Youth Council. Hello, Iman. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, Iman. First, let's start by your role in the Egyptian Youth Council. And what do you do in the Foreign Affairs Committee?
Okay, I'm just leading a committee called External Relations.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just dealing with foreign organization, especially in Africa, trying to make a membership for the Egyptian Youth Council or making events, looking for cooperation.
So communicating with African youths?
Communicating with African youth in form of entities, okay?
Civil form of what?
Entities, civil
Entities,
organization,
yes.
Youth, civil organization or student unions, something like that. Looking for cooperation with entities, but these entities represent youth in Africa.
Now, Iman, how does the council, the Egyptian Youth Council, focus on reflecting the ambitions of youth in Egypt and in Africa?
Okay. Egyptian Youth Council, let me give you an introduction about our work.
Please.
We are a registered civil society organization, especially works with youth about their development, improvement, about their visions, dreams. Okay, we do this through a group of sectors and committees. We have an entrepreneurship sector. This sector tries to work on converting dreams of youth into fact by giving them training in entrepreneurship, doing events monthly. The last event was a training for entrepreneurship. It was in Cairo and another different governorate, teaching them how to start, from where to begin. Also, we offering them a consultation in their project, opening for them the way for the labor market. Okay. Also, we have foreign affairs committees. These committees work on studying the international situation and present it for youth in form of workshops, sessions, helping them to engage the international society, providing them a climate for cooperation and communication with African youth or foreigner youth. The last 3 years, from 2016 up till 2019, we can offer youth in Egypt about training about 32,000 youth in different programs, about 260 programs. All these programs about management, marketing, communication, translation, training in all fields. So we are trying to serve every need and every field that the youth need in Egypt right now.
Wonderful, Iman.
Thanks.
In Egypt and in Africa, of course.
In Egypt especially, and in Africa.
So can you tell us some initiatives that aims at empowering African youth taken by the Egyptian government?
Taken by Egyptian government,
Yes.
empowering our African youth? Okay. We have the Presidential Leadership Program.
Yes.
I think it's impressive. It allows not only teaching youth how to be a leader and how to take an executive position, but it also makes the Egyptians with the foreigners. Okay, you have in this program, we are going to be colleagues with each other. We could communicate with each other, friends, having friends. Also, these youth are leaders in their countries. So to be a leader in Egypt and my friend is a leader in Nigeria or Kenya or any other way, we could do something together. Okay, on the other side, I have noticed that the government announced that Aswan is the capital of African youth and hosted in last March forum for Arabic African Forum. Okay, this forum enhanced and stressed on the relations between the youth in Africa and Arab countries. They also tackles issues like scientific research, entrepreneurship, workshop about entrepreneurship, how to mix these youth together, how to get benefit from Nile Valley as they had shared the same borders and something like that. I think also the government or the whole climate give the way for youth in Africa, in Egypt, in the whole world to express themselves. They allow them to make a model for African Union. I think the whole climate give
very true, very true, and especially when we see, for instance, the sports tournaments organized in Egypt, and where it hosts a lot of Africans, be it football tournaments or other tournaments. Now, Iman, volunteering is an important part of the work of the Egyptian Youth Council, focusing on the importance of volunteering and the significance of volunteering. So tell me about it. I mean, how important is volunteering for Egyptian youth, for African youth?
Okay, volunteering is important on two levels. The first one, the individual one. I'm a fresh graduate. I work with the Youth Council with translation, learning leadership, learning how to manage. Of course, sometimes I learn marketing, learning how to deal with other people, how to engage society, how to take part in a political life, how to take part in society. Okay, on the individual side, it helps youth to develop their skills, to improve it. Okay, on the side of entities, I have mentioned before that our entity were able to train about 32,000 youth. Okay, if we have in each city just one organization able to train about 32,000 in 3 years only, I think it's more powerful, more perfect for creating a new generation of youth, especially when this entity focuses on all fields of life, all fields that youth prefer or would like to engage.
So the World Youth Forum will take place next Saturday in Sharm el-Sheikh. So tell me more about the African participants, African youth who are participating in this forum.
As we are a participation, we have
the African youth. Do we have many African young men and women participating in the coming forum?
Okay, in the coming forum, I think many African participating in the coming forum. Egypt nowadays is directed to Africa and open its doors for all African from all sides. I think yes, many.
Expecting African youth to come.
Of course.
Yes,
a huge of them. Okay.
Yes, indeed, and Shireen, you mentioned earlier also the Aswan Forum for Sustainable Peace and Development, taking place on the 11th and 12th of December, and that also is providing a platform to tackle political and developmental aspects of concern for Africa. I want to ask you, Iman, about the Supreme Council's the Supreme Council of Cultures organization of a conference called African Cultures in the Changing World. How do you see the importance of such events, African cultures in the changing world?
Africa, to have an event
talking about
exchanging cultures. Okay.
Yeah, and the importance of African culture in the world that's changing very fast nowadays.
Okay. I think we share borders with Africa, but I don't think that we know more about them. We don't know how they suffer, how they teach, how they live, don't know anything about them. These forums give away or pave the way for youth from Egypt or from any country in Africa to know each other, to get in touch with each other, to know more about what they want, what they have to do. Now we are having an initiative about to Africa, its name. It will extend for 2 years. In this initiative, we try to focus on why Egyptian youth trying to immigrate to Europe or USA and never think about immigrating to Africa. And they don't know Africa. Why we like to have an entrepreneurships in Europe and we are leaving Africa. which is more easier, and we share the same porters more near. Okay, why
You
we,
might have bigger opportunities.
Yes.
Maybe, yeah.
of course. Also, why will in tourism, on the side of tourism, why I try to always to travel to Europe, to USA, and leaving Africa. But I think that in Africa there is a forest and a landscapes and very
Beautiful nature,
beautiful nature in Africa. Why I didn't try to travel to? Because we don't know. This conference gives you a way to just travel to know. If you know, you will do best.
Very true. We want more Africans to visit Egypt, and we want us Egyptians to go
visit.
more to Africa. Absolutely.
So tell us more about the Egyptian Youth Council and its activities in general.
Its activities in general, I think I have mentioned that we work with
Aside
youth.
from, yes, not only the African side, in general, how does the Egyptian African Youth Council work?
Okay, about our work with the youth
Yes.
African. Okay, I
Not
have
only African, in general.
in general. Okay, we are offering them trainings in every field, trying to do initiatives.
Offering training for Egyptians and Africans.
Yes, our training is offered for African and Egyptian, and for anyone who can attend or engage this training. We have signed a protocol with African organization and one student activity for cooperation and development. We are offering them information, data. We might help them with our experts, not just with our place. Okay.
So, will you participate in the coming Youth Forum?
No,
You're not.
I think Mr. Mohammed Amin will
Yes.
participate. He is the deputy of the chairman of the council.
Of your council.
Yes.
So how can Egyptians join this council? If any young man or woman watching us now and they want to join the Egyptian Youth Council, how can they do this?
Just send a message on the Facebook page,
Yes.
or coming to our headquarters in 21,
Yes.
27
So
A.
anyone can come and join.
Yes, anyone can
Yeah,
come and
you
join.
mentioned
At the trainer,
address. You have the address of the headquarters?
the address is 27A in El Tahrir Street, near in Tahrir Street, in front of a college. We are trying
That's
to.
in Dokhi, right?
Yes, in Dok. Okay, or send a message on Facebook.
Anyone can come. There is no criteria.
Anyone can
for-
come as a trainer, as a 3D.
Yes.
If you want to be a trainer, we are going to help you, as we have a sector for training trainers,
Yes.
teaching you how to be a trainer. If you want to engage us, just like attending our events or our training, it's available. Anyone can join us.
And you are all volunteers.
Yes,
We commend you for your efforts, really.
thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Iman, Hadaya, Salah, member of the Foreign Relations Committee of the Egyptian Youth Council. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Iman,
welcome.
so much. And now, dear viewers, by that we come to the end of today's edition of Nile Cruise. I'm Sheena Adel, and I will join today by my dear colleague Muhammad Abdurrahim. Thank you,
Thank you very
Muhammad.
much, Shireen. It's been a great pleasure. Thank you, dear viewers. Until next week, same time, in a new episode of Nile Cruise. It's goodbye.